everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Cheryl Weston. And we're here today at Walker's Convenience Store. Now, you may remember hearing something about Walker's Convenience Store back in 22 when Ramar Walker, who is the owner and of Walker's Convenience Store, was coming before the City Council in order to receive a liquor license to operate his convenience store. His first time before the City Council did not go as well as expected. And I will have to admit, I was one of those who was opposing the convenience store based upon information that was not accurate. And I had been asked by someone to come down and speak for them because they could not appear that day. So I did. And, but then, I always like to have my facts together. And I learned from that, do not, no matter if somebody asks you to do something, if you don't have all the facts, don't do it. So that will not happen again. But anyway, we got an extension to hold over Mr. Walker's request for the liquor license in front of the City Council. We came back the following, and with the information, accurate, true information about the ownership of the store before he decided. And one thing that he had said, because I am not in favor, and people know that, of many more liquor licenses being put into North Omaha, particularly in this part of North Omaha, because we already have an influx of liquor stores. But his thing that he told me, and he promised, Miss Weston, even if I don't get the liquor license, I am going to open up Walker's Convenience Store. So I took him at his word, did some more research, and I found out, hey, some of those things that I said, those were not true. And I went before the City Council and acknowledged that and asked them to vote in support of him being able to obtain his Class D license. And it was a unanimous vote, 7-0. And came in and he got his license. Well, he got the approval from the City Council, but things didn't go quite well after that at the Nebraska Department or Liquor Commission. And that's a whole nother show, and you have to tune in for that. And that's really a special, I'm sure that most of you will enjoy, because I'll have, I have a series that I go with. North Omaha just can't seem to get a break. And it's the hypocrisy of religion leaders. Tune in for that. We'll let you know when that will be posted. And it will be posted. So anyway, he came back, and here he is, and we are inside the Walker's Convenience Store here on North 16th Street. And it's right at a perfect location because it's on the corner, and you've got traffic coming in, going all directions, and the big thing is it's at the entrance of the Carter Levi Park, or most people in the area call it Carter Lake Park. So, here it is, and it's open. And we just want to take a little tour around the store just to show you that it's not just liquor. Mr. Walker fulfilled his promise. And if you look around, we've got all kinds of things that you have at a convenience store. Come on in. You got the candy, chips, pop, all the fattening stuff, all the way down the line here. So it's not just liquor. He's trying to make this be that convenient spot that you want to come to. Even got some cereals and some food, some vintage. More. This is all. And I like, the idea that it's neat. There's an ATM card. These are all the things that we can have out here in North Omaha, in our community, in our neighborhood, that you don't have to go way west in order to enjoy. And I am so proud of this young man that I wanted to tell his story. I wanted the City Council to know that their vote did not go to waste. He is able to open and become what he said he was going to do. Now, you know, I don't want to be deceitful. I don't want to be like some people. There is liquor, but you look where it's at. It's enclosed. There are cigarettes. It's enclosed, behind the counter, and I'm sure he's following all the regulations of checking ID and so forth. And you know what? We've got somebody from the neighborhood. We've got people who are working. He brought jobs to this community. That's what it's supposed to be about. Economic development, bringing economic legacy to North Omaha. And I think that is what is so important and that we want to remember. I wanted to talk to one of his employees, and since you've been open,
yes.
What can you say? What do you find about that's been going on? How do you see things moving, so forth? And this has just been recently open.
Yes, we've been open for like 3 weeks now, and we started getting so many. How you doing? Go ahead, help yourself. We've been open for 3 weeks now. We've seen like all these kids from the neighborhood coming around and speaking with the kids and dealing with the kids. It kind of really turned into like a mini ministry because the candy, that was the draw, and it got to a point where you know, and hearing their story, we decided to try to get some extra help. So we bought in the
Emmanuel.
Yes.
Emmanuel Church.
Yes, and then also the Heart Ministry on 24th Street.
Heart, yes.
To kind of help, you know, we can't do it. We can't be everything to everybody.
Right.
So we try to pull in some resources. It's more than just a store.
Okay.
You know, we would love to help people out, provide services, but we want to make sure we meet all their needs, and we can't be everything for everybody.
One quick, and we're going to take a stop because we've got a customer and we don't want to stop anybody from doing what they do. So we're going to stop, take a quick break here, and one of the things I noticed was the free clothing giveaway. Infants, children, adult size shoes, accessory, and small household items is going to be at the Emmanuel Fellowship at 8345 Crown Point Avenue on Saturday, July 29th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I'm sure that we'll have the correct address and location and telephone number and all that on your screen, on the screen. But how did this ideal come about?
More or less a continuation of what I was telling you about the Heart Ministry. You know, I had kids come in here with no shoes on, so we politely asked them, you know, you can't come in here without shoes on. So when he comes back the next day with no shoes on, I realized he don't have any shoes. So that's how we got to that. Just trying to meet the needs of the people in the neighborhood. We can't be everything to everybody, but you know, we want to do our part. You know, it's not just about taking people's money, or you know, it's not about the money. You know, we generally we're here to stay, and we want to be a partner
of the community.
Yeah.
And we did have a gentleman here in the store, and one of the things that I asked him was he really liked the idea and why he came into the store, because he had an option to go, but he liked the idea of being able to support our own black businesses in the black community, being able to be part of that. And because we're always saying, you know, we don't support our own. Well, here's an opportunity to support. And this gentleman wasn't paid or anything, and he just didn't want to be on camera, but he said that's what he really liked about not the close vicinity of it, but by being able to be on, be able to come here and purchase things
come on in. Doing a podcast. Come on in.
There's, you know, being able to take and be able to patronize black-owned business, and it's just great. It makes me feel good, and I think it makes people in the community feel good. So we're going to get out of here because we see your customers coming and going, and we'll be.
All-day affair, and they're young.
Yes,
they're young.
They're young.
You know, I have a soft spot for kids. So, you know, that we're just trying to meet the needs
of the people.
You know, once again, when we opened up, we had kids coming in here at 9 in the morning, going straight to fountain drinks and chips. So that's kind of how the Heart Ministry got involved.
Okay.
You know, this where's the bacon and eggs? You know, some other things. So just some things that we've noticed and trying to, you know, meet the needs of the community.
Great. And I want to make sure that our audience knows on Saturday, July 29th, from 1 to 5 p.m., they will be having a really grand opening here at Walker's Convenience. So come on down. Now, we all know that Saturday, July 29th, is going to be the Spence and Crawford fight. So come on down here to the convenience store, get your chips, get your pop, get whatever else you want to have down here at the store before the big fight on Saturday night. Let's make sure that we take and patronize our own convenience store. You don't have to go 15 blocks, 20 blocks. You don't have to go out west. You can go right here. Some people probably don't want you to go out west, but anyway, we'll keep that a secret. Don't forget, on Saturday, July 29th, from 1 to 5, they will be having their grand opening. And so we want to thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next Cheryl Weston's Conversations with Cheryl Weston, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.